in the chat.
Okay. Moxie, what are you feeling?
I see a new Lina.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Same.
how did you let that get through? I also think they're cheap. Side of burjui. Like, I like the fact that, you know, I'm a bit concerned because I've seen the way that burjui is played and I've seen the way that I definitely think that Spider are going to that already. We're seeing Atoufix just a little bit too out of the way here. He's going to be the first blood, and Nuke gets a great start on a hero that he is.
Damn it.
Chef's kiss. Beautiful.
Well, that's 50 gold too for planting that tree. I don't know why teams just don't like just 5 mana at the start. It's nighttime, man.
Oh no.
Cancel.
No.
Cancel.
Not like this.
Couple clicks. Casually tossing it out. It looks like they're gonna let LeBron probably get the final hit. No, he's still alive, but triple region on this boy.
That is not good. Are they getting bounties? Look at 3 bounties though. Go check it. Okay. No, I'm not biased. I'm not biased. 3 runes, so it's okay. You get cancel and immediate salve, which is very important.
Questionable to give T-Governor called Noob their best player, Spider Pigs. And I feel like it's kind of questionable to give the best player his best hero.
Yeah, agree with that. A rough time, especially. An Earthshaker. Earthshaker likes to roam. He likes to hop on by that middle lane.
Is Cancel the kind of person who would, you know, you say, what about Lina? Noob's been playing that a lot. He's really good at it. And is Cancel the kind of person to be like, no, I'm Classbox Invoker, I'll handle him.
Yeah, I don't think you can afford to fear Lina as an Invoker. It's like, yeah, sure there's burst and such, but it's not the, it's just not a matchup you can be afraid of if you're an Invoker player, you know? The Shaker is the X factor, but we'll see how that plays out. Top lane, the Death Prophet is very vulnerable if he gets spawn on.
I feel like that positioning is so questionable against an Earthshaker Death Prophet.
Bottom lane is the one that concerns me the most, because this, I didn't really realize this, but the troll with the brew support is actually really nice, because you drop the brew into an immediate axis. You get a lot of slow, you proc the damage, and both of these heroes are just really tanky. So the Prophet Spirit, like Spirit's a very bad support in terms of laning proficiency. And if you're not able to play aggressive, and they are not, you end up losing the lane pretty hard. Because Troll Ahead loves playing against Fury, and you just get more farm out of the trees.
I feel like this is also not a kind of hero either. He likes to play very aggressive. He likes to be front lining. We've seen Mars. We've seen Angolier is like what he's believably known for. He's just not going to be able to be aggressive here and fight a lot because they're not using their players to their.
Yeah. It's a harder offlaner. That's why teams like OG are so threatening, because like No-Tail is S tier 5 position Prophet. Step is an S tier offlane Prophet, and very few teams, if any, have both.
You know, I screwed this up in my pub recently. I saw LeBron play Brewmaster, but you know, when we're casting, it jumps around so much. I didn't actually pay attention to what his skill build was. I went clap in the lane and actually played with a troll.
Yeah. Oh my God, Cap.
I didn't realize how much damage his W does.
Yeah. It's a huge slow as well for 5 seconds. Like it is crazy. You just need to proc on it. And troll always has mana to do so.
A little bit of that aggro here from Atoufix. Taking a lot of damage.
What Ring of Basilius first item is that a thing? I've never seen that before.
Z.
Oh, and he gets the oh, that's cool. Sage's Mask, not Sovi Mask. Sage's Mask is actually super high value too. I like this Brew 5. I might play this more often.
I think it's pretty good. But I think you have to have a very specific laning
What else
carry.
works with it other than Troll? As a safe lane?
Any spell damage will actually set it off. So any spell damage except for damage that is based off of your attack.
So PA would work.
Yes, because you have a minimum dagger hit.
Yeah.
So that works. was trying out all of these. I actually built a list in my head. There's only a few of them that basically don't.
Just gotta be careful with Maledict and the bugs. That's the big threat. But these lanes are just not going well for burjui. Bottom lane is. I don't want to say it's a disaster, you know, 15-9, 25-5, but it's more that you just have to do better against a troll when you pick this Prophet off lane. Because throughout the game, you don't like playing this, and Ouker needs to have a lane advantage so that he can start pressuring towers. Mid also, Lina favored, but Cancel should be better off in this lane moving forward. You're really weak early levels as a Quaswex Invoker.
We are seeing the 5-minute runes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lane. Check it on. Roll in, coming out from Killomancer with a stone, and this is not looking great for Nick. He does have a fairy fire though. He can buy himself enough time. They're really going hard on this dive though, and no Runec. Oh, yes. Wait, left on you. He's actually gonna be able to make it out. He walks right past the stone. Killomancer cannot seem to get this dive steps now at the last second. Killomancer finally closes the gap on Duke.
They needed that kill. The lane pushed in as well, so Lina's going to lose full on top of it.
And I'm down to.
But this is the thing about, Cancel, go back to your lane. Cancel, please. It's the only thing, it's something I always had an issue with playing with Cancel. I love the guy. He just makes odd decisions sometimes. I'll never forget, we're playing against WG Unity Boston Major. He first bloods the enemy Timbersaw made as Juggernaut, but buys boots instead of bottle. So he no longer has mana, ends up losing the lane, even though he, you know, it's not like he outplayed this guy super hard, just made a silly decision. Like the easy stuff, right? You get this kill on Lina, you see any other Invoker, they just go right back to their lane. They CS hard, they get hill control. He's like chasing through the jungle because maybe we can kill this Earthshaker.
Sounds a little like Eternal Envy. An absolute
Dire are scanning.
5-minute route. You find a kill, maybe not, because he die, and then he'd go right back top. Like,
Yeah.
Invisibility.
Hell-bent on one thing. They tried
To
to
the
make
right.
rotation using the Earthshaker. That's Pigzs. He's definitely dead here, but does manage.
I'm sorry,
It's so obvious though that you got the professional
The streamer,
streamer
yeah,
whenever
the
it goes to cancel.
the streamer angle, and then the guys are like, do I have to set up a webcam?
His quality of his camera is also very good. Let me just say, like, I'm not a fan of what DMZ's doing in this game. I feel like he's killing Mitch's game and his own game by
moving away from top.
moving away from top. But also, like, why are you guys trying to take that off lane tower in the first place?
Radiant's
Like, I
bottom
understand
tower
rotating
is
into
under
mid, but like,
attack.
why are you going bottom lane and pressuring that tower super early? It's
Oh yeah,
not really worthwhile.
Troll takes this tower himself. That's the thing. The Furion will leave, and Thug can just hang out. To kill him would require a 3 or 4 man rotation. You can TP in to save the troll. This isn't the lane you should play. Totally agree. Go for mid. You collapse on this mid tower.
Yep.
And they have the split. Lina was super strong, and it's the most value tower in the game.
Play around your strong hero, and that's new.
Yep.
We've seen the way, like, Hellbear Smashers made that move, right? Rasmus rotated into mid as an off-lane Ember Spirit and allowed
level
Lina
5
to
too.
take that mid tower, you know? Like, this hero is really good at pressuring the mid tower. It just chips away like a
Dire's
Dragon
top
Knight
tower is under
without the
attack.
commitment of an ult.
I know you meant Dragon Knight, but I imagined a Dragon Knight Pokemon instead. I was like, that's silly, Cap. Top lane, though, they will make use of that exorcism. Jungle, though, because I'm
Dire's top tower
Bottom
is
tower.
under attack.
All right, now you can play for bottom if you want. You've got
Dire's
LeBron
top tower
ultimate.
has fallen.
I don't know if he has TP, but like, now I
Radiant's
think you
bottom
can
tower
defend
is
bottom
under
lane if
attack.
you really want to,
Oh, yeah.
or take mid top.
Radiant structures
One of the
It's
other.
risky, but if you get Bruce split off, that's pretty much that. But I don't know if it's necessary. Troll's going Battle Fury. You feel pretty comfortable that you have this late game.
Dire's
Lina has bots up, so like both cores investing in a greedy ride to start, whereas Cancel's going straight Spirit Vessel. That's the fighting. I really wish that was a Midas post-earn, but
Dire's middle tower
see how
is
it pays
under
off.
attack.
Like, you need to get kills as burjui. As the side of Spider Pig, you just gotta chill.
Up the roll forward. Not the point connect over here on the Zeno on back line. This gets kicked out here by Ouker, so he's gonna be held in place. Killomancer, though, takes too much damage. Down he goes. We'll turn right back around. They've already committed to split now. Atoufix is not looking very healthy. He's being headed down in place. Couple more hits. He's gonna go down, and now Ouker body block. It can cancel. It's gonna be able to go for the way, but they do have the dust. The Fissure comes out. They've got all the fish, everything they need, all the stuns, all the damage. But no gonna back off now. There's buyback coming out now from the Earth Spirit. And over on the side, Runec on the back line manages to finally take down New. Not looking great for LeBron either, as he should be next to ball. And they'll end up losing Mitch.
Oh, they really would have liked to get the troll there, but that you can't take that fight. Even though DP Ultimate, there's a brew split. Like, LeBron is arguably the strongest hero in the game as the lowest net worth when he pops split mid. You can't fight into that.
Let me just say, LeBron is either a genius or he's goddamn crazy. The way he played that fight, he was so far forward against a Quaswix Invoker. And I was sitting there going like, uh-oh. I saw him try and channel his ultimate. He got stunned by the cold snap. And I was like, oh no. He could just get chain stunned here and die. He took the EMP blast, but it looks like there was just enough of a window between the cold snap. It doesn't have that
yeah, they changed the Brewmaster cast point a little bit.
Yeah,
you can get it off through certain disables,
plus a lower level as well on the Quaswix and that cold snap just wasn't able to keep him chain stunned.
I really like the build too, just max W into
White landed, but they've got plenty of damage, so down goes Prophet.
Burn, baby, burn. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Orphan tree.
just the vessel first item on cancel is just not gonna pay off is the trouble. Like, you have a bots on Lina, he's always on map now, and a spirit vessel doesn't really help you get any kills other than the TP. I guess the troll, in theory, if he pops ult, he stops on the regen, but you'd much rather have something that helps you scale.
I feel like that's a common thing that
Yeah.
people hot new item, but that
Exactly. Like, you want to pick items that allow you to fight, but don't force you to fight. Otherwise, you're kind of forced into a one-dimensional playstyle, and you now see, like, yeah, he's running around the map and he's controlling areas, but every moment he wastes. Like, look at the net worth. He didn't really lose mid to Lina. That's 2,500 gold. A bit of that is towers, of course, but it's also because you just don't. You know, he kills a creep wave and then a jungle camp. So every minute, it's like 300 to 500 gold. Lina gets, Invoker doesn't. CS 2x already.
Money's
Earth's bounty.
segment
are scanning.
travel. It's just so very scary, especially the fact that look at them, they're just camped out here in the top lane, hoping that he gets a little greedy. The best vision on the map either. Top lane looks like they want to pressure.
They've got split.
Radiant's
They'd love to
bottom
use it.
tower is under
And
attack.
if you get tier 2 now, and that's likely their plan, that means outpost control. And I just don't think you can fight this as burjui. If that split goes off, that's the end of it.
Yeah, the only way they win these fights is off of their initiation. It requires Killomancer to get like a really good jump, which is unlikely considering the vision advantage is there for
It's very difficult. The split is going to get committed here from LeBron. They'll go and just hold Ouker up in place, and that's going to be dead nature's dropping. And they'll just push their, take their advantage. They have this tower over on the side, though. Looks like maybe they went just a little bit too far because Mitch is going to pop.
Radiant's
like
middle tower is
The down,
under
but maybe I
attack.
can take the tower. Now LeBron, he's all silenced up. Again, this is a position 5 Brewmaster, though. He's already got his split. I'm sure he's perfectly okay dying here because he was able to get needed.
I thought Death Prophet was good at
so
taking
weird.
towers.
He just dove.
So why is he not around the tower at all?
That was very ambitious and slightly unnecessary. They could take tower and get outposts as we discussed. Instead, they just feed away 2 kills for really just nothing. The Weaver wasn't there. He was looking to try and deal with mid, but not really comfortable pushing. Don't know how I feel about that Sanj first. I saw this the other day, but the key was 1, Weaver was with Wisp, and 2, he skipped boots. So you have upgraded treads now into Maelstrom, Sanj, and Yasha. Like, neither of those items is BKB or enough damage to make you super relevant. I'm concerned. I think it would have been a really nice game to just grab like an earlier Deso. Even a Nullifier against 2 Yuls.
I'm still okay with the SNY because he's again.
True.
But I
Radiant
will agree with you that
structures are
I feel like Treads is making overcommitment.
Because you're gonna have like 10k net worth, but it's Maelstrom, Sanj, and Yasha. It just
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Lina is gonna have Gold BKB. That's not a target for you anymore. Troll's gonna have Battle Fury BKB. You know, you're just not at the same tier.
Trying to take advantage of the fact that some of the RNG down low forward over onto Mitch again. Doesn't have a way to really survive a lot of this. He's trying pretty hard to just guess it. Maybe a little bit longer, but I don't think it's going to be too much longer. Down goes Mitch. The rest of Spider Pigs are responding, maybe hoping to grab Killomancer, but he's rolling on out. And they just don't have anyone else here that they grab.
Now Cancel going back for the Midas. See, I wish he'd done it before the Vessel.
Spirit Festival compared to Earn really does not have that big of an impact, and
Yes.
you're against very specific heroes.
Morphling,
I don't think
Timber, that's about it.
Yeah, like I don't think Troll represents one. I just don't, especially early game. His lifesteal, it's not like the Troll later game where he barely got off his ultimate. Oh my God, he's full health. Most of the time, it's oh my God, he got off his ultimate, and it's gonna take 5 seconds for us to kill.
I've seen this game before almost, but Lina just feels so good. Troll feels great. You've got the natural Battle Fury as a counter to the Nature's Prophet, so Ouker just feels miserable right now. He's buying an Orchid. You're gonna have they have 2 Yols and 2 BKBs. He's got no real survivability against the Troll. He can't sprout because there's a Quelling Blade on both Lina and Troll.
You don't even need the Quelling Blade of your Lina too. You can just use stun to get out of it. So good against this particular hero, especially. Show up and have someone rotate like 1+1 anywhere, honestly.
I do love the pressure they're putting on the map, though.
Yes.
Like, they're using the strength of this Weaver with the Tread Sanj and, like, actually taking the mid tower. They can just bottom here, too. I'm very happy with all of that.
They're going to scout the roads. I think you need to contest this, but it's tough. This is the kind of fight that you prefer, though. You get a Tornado EMP off, prevent the skulls being used. TPL pop, though. Brew already. Yeah, just let it pop. BKB came out. Yeah, that was a fight you were going to lose, but it just feels bad. It feels like you're down, like 70, 30, 80, 20 right now as burjui. And you need some mistakes from Spider Pigs.
70-30.
Yes.
Definitely seems very scary with the items that are they have going on. So what do we want to see coming out of side of here? Obviously they have a Knockbot. Is he actually committing on this? Cancel if he wants to. He's got that Earth charge up, but okay. Alright, yep, they're
Nice.
not gonna be able to kill him. That is of course a death ward down now as well. You just want to get the heck out of here, because that did not work
With this lineup, you need a skirmish style team fight. You need to pick and poke. So open, force BKB, force a split, chase, but don't get picked. Your one issue with Spider Pigs is you really just have like the Shaker and the Lina in terms of like actually being able to kill stuff. So you want to divide the attention of Spider Pigs, force them to fight off screen. You know, if you have an engagement that takes place where just one observer is necessary, burjui are losing. If we need this split screen to be able to watch all the action, they've got a shot.
Yeah, a little bit of
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
a little bit of poke, a little bit of dangle and tangle, a little bit of shoot and scoot, you know.
Little bit of
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
not Mambo number 5 now. Sorry, Kyle.
That's the song they need to play.
Can't.
Gotta keep it
we
mixing
can't
up.
for DMCA purpose.
Radiant's top tower
If
is
you
under attack.
sing or hum a song that's DMCA, can you still
No,
get DMCA?
I think you're allowed to do that because it's.
Gotcha.
But if you do it well enough, you might get pinged.
I have gotten pings.
Oh, look at Mox.
Casual, humble brag.
I'm
right
an
here.
opera singer. I am trained, and I sing. Well, you do sing, but I mean, actually play it. I'm just very proud of my casual karaoke.
Kyle's jealous that you have skills outside of Dota.
Weaver BKB coming up soon. I mean, I will say Spider Pigs are playing a little
Dire's
slow.
bottom
Again, I
tower is
wish
under
the Midas
attack.
had come out earlier because Cancel's
Dire's
network would be
structures
closer
are
to the
fortified.
Weavers. And level 25 plus Invoker, level 20 with the Cataclysm, like, it is It's not. It's on the
Dire's
shard
bottom
nowadays,
tower
isn't it?
has
Catapult.
The problem being here that I don't even think Cataclysm is that good when you have stable.
Yeah.
Is there like a big item that they're winning? Because I know we just saw the Basher get picked.
No, they're just chilling.
Yeah, I think they feel good about the farm that they're
Radiant's
getting on the
top
map,
tower
hence
is
the
under
reason
attack.
why they're not like trying to pressure any of their objectives.
It's not like they're falling behind. Their advantage isn't going up as quickly as it was, but you have a troll, so you feel good in this game. He's effectively uncountered. You know this Prophet is going to be his net worth is higher than your Death Prophet, sure, but his game impact is not.
Right.
And you're not afraid of any of these heroes as troll. You have Battle Fury, Basher, BKB. Like you're going to just walk down lanes. They've got 5 towers down already. They're about to take a 6th.
Yeah, it's like when you get this much map control early and you get an Aegis, it's too early to go high ground. You've been too successful, so it feels like your Aegis doesn't actually have that good of a purpose. So, you know,
Which
take
is
this last tier
Dire's
too, but
bottom tower
Try to
is
give you a
under
little bit more freedom.
yeah, exactly. You could just farm more aggressive.
Ouker. There's the LSA, Laguna Blade, everything, and down he goes again. I just don't feel like this hero is super comfortable for him.
I really liked it. Did you see Noob actually walk to the backside so that he wouldn't be able to Orchid before the stun came out? Because yeah.
Perhaps they can make something happen here, though. Atoufix was giving enough damage over his PC. I think it's actually going to be enough. I think he's going down. Right, bam, down he goes. But on the other side of things, Atoufix, oh, Glimmer Cape is cute. It's not going to stay. Rolling on out, going out, Killomancer and cancel. I mean, that's a little bit of the skirmish we talked about, right? Full-on team fight.
Bots now on cancel again. The trouble is this item, it's the wrong order. You get the progression items first, then the fight. But if you go fighting first, you know, now you're just behind, and both Midas and bots don't make you any stronger.
Buying a little bit more time to have the Essence Ring and that Spirit Cycles turn back around for just die. He can't afford to die here again at DNZ though. On his heels, they still have the vision. That's another kill here for Mitch.
It's an impossible game for Nature's Prophet.
Do you think it was originally intended to be offline, or do you?
I think it was originally intended to be offlane. I just don't think you can start Blightstone and lose your lane. Like when I've seen this in I know Troll's one of the better matchups, but I've still seen Trolls forced off into the jungle by 4 or 5 minutes. That was not the case bottom.
Do you have the BKB picked up? A bit, but they get found over on the side. Mitch gets the tornado off. Stun comes out from DNC. They find him. They'll find him over in the trees. Down he goes.
I can't believe Shard gives you cooldown on Fisher too. That is so busted.
Every absolute. Unless it's on the other. Initiated on over the mid lane, but they've done this several times now. They haven't been able to kill him since then.
Yep. He's got a catapult plate now. I mean, he's not gonna die.
Silenced up. We'll get a couple of these bounces with the cast. BKB's getting used by Runec here, but he's using it to flee. That is not how you want to be using your 10-second BKB, guys.
Yeah, the itemization from Pigzs is great. The BKBs buy their cores time, where they're not really killable. Now they buy the plate mails because of you have BKBs against them, but now you just simply don't have the damage. Abyssal up on Thug. I mean, they're just
Radiant's
ahead.
top tower
These
is
2
under
cores
attack.
specifically are the ones that have that gold advantage.
Yeah, this is why they feel comfortable, because the carry-to-carry matchup,
Radiant
Weaver has a
structures
very
are
hard time
fortified.
playing against Troll when they're even, or in this case, he's even behind. Just Troll with an Abyssal Blade can always man up on you, and you're afraid of being chain bashed.
Yep. In addition, your supports are even, but I would much rather have the Shaker and the Brewmaster.
For sure.
They're just a much more effective use of gold.
Owen told me this morning that, or told Shiver rather, that he likes the shard on Earthshaker, but only when he's behind. When he's ahead, he doesn't like to spend the gold on it. And to be fair, that man did have a refresher by like 25 minutes.
And did you win that game?
We did not, but honestly, Owen did what he could.
Well, every player plays a bit different. Sometimes you do some interesting things, like, you know, or the Midas a little bit late here.
The Midas and then the bots hurts me. Cause they, the blink like, can't. None of these items post vessel help you fight at all. Their utility, they feel good, but that's what you buy when you're ahead. When you're behind, you need damage desperately. That's what they're going to be missing when the second Aegis push is coming out from Spider Pigs.
Well, in a way, it almost feels like Cancel sort of is embracing the fact that they missed their timing and they're going late, and he's just trying to find a way to recover that farm, trying to find a way to farm as efficiently as possible to get the higher levels, because that really is, to me anyway, the only way they can win is off some crazy late game Invoker.
We got the big ass trees now.
True.
Big.
That is a huge advantage when you're behind like this and the enemy team is forced to siege into you.
Pressure on them. Still sucks because I feel like never show himself, like ever. Every time he shows himself on the map, there's a Lina there, there's an Earthshaker, and just he's dead, right? But if he's able to push out these waves, Treants perhaps. Stall the game out.
No, he's got to go full alliance rat mode.
I guess this is not looking good for Google. They are all together. The Fissure comes out. This stands up there, but still, the Gita will find the opening. Now they're going to be able to go hold up over on the side. You can't get up top of the BKB as he finds himself a kill on Ouker, and they'll find a kill on Killomancer as well.
They found themselves stuck in the pit of despair. It's like Furious was like boxed in. I think Witch Doctor died to Battle Fury. You're initiating on a hero with Shiva's BKB. That's the thing. Like, you don't have the physical damage to pressure through BKB anymore, and the team's gonna be there.
Positioning around that tower seems very questionable too, because you know they're gonna TP. You know that they're gonna protect.
There's a Shaker already there.
Yeah.
Now a Lotus as well. Like they're just playing it right on Spider Pigs.
Congratulations.
Yeah, big win yesterday, the first of the season.
Just a reminder in case you guys missed.
Surprising, I was surprised. I'm worried about my boy. That's another time. Yeah, here we go. Here's a replay. So yeah, they initiate over here on. See, look at those Power Ranger TPs on the back line. We already have the Earthshaker there. Great Fissure. It's a Delta split here, so they didn't all get hit with the LSA.
I mean, to be fair to them, they literally chain stunned it about as well as you can ask, right? The problem is, it's an Earth Spirit and Witch Doctor duo. They combine stuns that are like 2.5 seconds.
I love the blink control. All you need now is a little bit of mobility. You're already so far ahead. You can just go straight to these squishy backliners. Furious, Witch Doctor, just explode.
No way.
This is an Ouker game now.
Radiant's
The only one who can save them. Just gotta give them really dick.
Oh, the echo on the back lines. Can they take them down? No, the damage coming up from Runec is actually quite impressive. Even though, I told you anytime Ouker shows himself, it just feels so bad. The Toad has the Abyssal Blade. It's gone bust. Look at these trees. They're doing work over here.
You can see the damage in it though. That's the thing I would have liked to see him do for the last 20 minutes. Find the Earthshaker, because that guy, he still dies. That's a very squishy shaker, and Runec is incredibly powerful at the moment. He's got to spend that gold. He needs MKB ASAP. In fact, I'm actually saying, I think he might have needed a rapier the way this game is looking.
Yeah,
May
I think
yet
so too.
still see.
I hope he buys the Demon Edge first when buying this MKB. Oh no, he already has the Javelin.
Oh no.
He's committed.
MKB just seems so underwhelming in comparison to a rapier node. It doesn't even give you the full true strike.
Haste.
The build-up is so high. It got more expensive. It's one other thing I would really like to see. We added a lot of new items. I would really like to see more tools that are anti-evasion. Preferably that punctures BKB, to be quite honest. Because right now, it's just MKB or rapier. And I think that's also it just feels bad, especially when you get like this thing, you know, Elven Tunic on Troll, and all of a sudden, it's just like, well, this guy is not killable anymore for me. He has, if he spins axes, you just don't hit him.
Oh, Abyssal out over on Faker. Cancel's gonna try to stay a Killomancer here. Looks like he is gonna be able to go out.
Ouch.
A lot of damage just go on by.
So you want something like the old Solar Crest?
Yes and no. I was trying to think before, like, how would you actually get it to work? Like, what item could be repurposed? Do you need a new one? What buildup would go into it? But I've really got nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, you're just saying something that can be used from a support position to give people accuracy.
Yes.
Oh, said item.
I would find an obscure Lord of the Ring reference to the elven spells that were arrows flying.
Pretty good, actually.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Siege is on, though, in the bottom lane. Will immediately throw out the fortification. Exorcism has been used here, and you can see Runec's doing everything he can. He does have those big trees to go help him out here, but this tower's just getting absolutely shredded. Couple of smokes coming out of both sides, though. Fortification being used over in the Radiant base. Runec doesn't have those trees to help him any longer. Atoufix nearby. The flame tornado. They kick Lina up over to the high ground. Noob. Got the BKB, though. Cancel's trying to man fight, but he's not going to be able to because the rest of the team there here. They've used the split already. It's like, you know, over on the other side. Commander's to find the kill onto Atoufix. They've just decided to... They've done enough damage and they're going to leave. Looks like they do manage to find the kill on DNZ as well. Though using the spider legs, getting the heck out of here. It looks like they are going to probably end up losing their Brewmaster as he is stunned up in the tree, silence everything. Down he goes. But they end
got
up
a rack.
a tower and half a rack.
They got
there.
melee racks too, didn't they? Or they only got range? So range for a melee.
How do we feel about that?
It's the only way they can play from here on out. They have to force these like 2-on-2 scenarios.
And they would hard commit on Rivers there. Back off.
Another reason I like the Divine Rapier is not only do we have real damage that can threaten the troll, but also threaten like they're not going to win in any sort of base raid scenario, except for if they have a Divine Rapier and a Fury.
It's risky, but consider, you know, to win this game, you're going to need to fight third Roche, hopefully get Aegis anyway. And you need to be able to actually threaten damage. Rapier gives you that.
Oh,
and if you lose a fight anyway, you're going to lose.
What are the odds that DNZ will directly?
He has more on Ouker just not TVing out after he summoned Sprout.
Be.
He kind of just like signaled where he was.
Maybe a little bit too far forward, my friend. Out of silence. They get the kill on Atoufix over on the back lines. DNZ, there is the BKB getting used over here on the Earthshaker. He's going to try to roll on out. The Guido's here, though, looking for a bash. I mean, I don't think he has that pistol blade up and running just yet. Down for 27 seconds. By their time, letting the food a little bit. LeBron joins in, and Nuke gets another kill. But Runec is placing the pressure over on that mid lane. We have full-on rat Nuda going on here, boys.
He's got to play more aggressive on this Weaver. Like, you need to kill this tier 2 here. You need to be way more willing to risk your body, because you're just losing the game slowly, if not.
Surely.
Battle transform. That was quite nice. I love this LeBron. It doesn't seem like he's done too much recently, but he was instrumental in their early game lead. He just picked up a Vlad's. He's got like no net worth, but it doesn't matter. Vlad's is like so expensive. It's still really value, but it's just something, it's too expensive for a core to ever buy it. So it's really a 5-position item. But typically you need other stuff.
Well, that's a
this
health
game,
plan.
tanky enough. No worries. Whoa.
He's fine.
A barrel of life!
There are many cliffs he could have chosen. It's a good thing he didn't choose the one directly below.
I know.
Do they
know.
Yeah,
They
Mitch is
definitely know.
definitely looking. Ooh, uh-oh. Can they... I don't think they have the ability to hold him in place long enough, though. He's got the BKB. He's going to turn a man find LeBron, but the rest of the team is there. The Abyss comes out. It's just an unfortunate turn into the lane. costing him his life. Yeah, look at the tips coming out. He's already trying to make something happen, realizing that Runec's down. He needs aggressive. He's forced them back.
The big trees are... It's actually a better skin, I think, than the one we saw on the other one, where they look like Hunger Games mutts.
I like those. I think they look like a bomb.
Because it's just harder to tell which is which.
Dire's middle
Quick
tower
blink on
is
profile.
under
I mean,
attack.
this guy's huge. He's like
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Red Desert, they kind of push off the streets. And again, you have a Lina who is with the travel. She can just join in the fight at any time. Don't have an Aegis here at all either. LeBron putting himself very far forward. For any reason, he gets split off. Atoufix just goes immediately for the ultimate. Doesn't really do anything with it as they make their rotation top. They have the exorcism already going.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Chomping through these buildings along with new buybacks gonna come out from Runec. Can't seem to find the angle to get in here. We're doing Nexus profit things in the bottom lane. More Bulldog will be proud of him right now, but the whole fight going on over here. They're losing all of their buildings. Looks like it's going on the BKB. He's gonna go forward. They have the BKB over onto camp, but he has that abyssal blade. They're just gonna keep much damage. Echo Slam over the back lines. They'll be able to take that on. Comes back to his death as that Killomancer. He's going to use that BKB. They need to be a little bit careful though. They are taking a lot of damage. They don't have an Aegis any longer, but I think they can just turn right back around again. In fact, with LeBron going in again. Lotus Orb being used over on the side, trying to keep the step profile alive a little bit longer, but over on the side they managed to go. They find Killomancer finally slaying him. Now Ouker has to run for his life here. That Spirit Siphon Freeze will hold him in place a little bit longer. Casual kick by Mitch, but
Radiant
we're on the top lane. Still hunting, still putting the damage down, and no one's paying attention to him. They managed to go. They'll use the fortification. Cancel hot on his heels, though. Heels comes up with the Keto. He's here again. The Abyssal Blade comes up. Doesn't look like a 10. Cancel down. He goes. Does have buyback. He's gonna go. Try to get back into the game. Ouker, man, I've seen this guy die so many times in the last, like, minute or so. Roll on out from Killomancer. Trying to rejoin the rest of the team. Atoufix. He's just being bullied constantly. Mitch is constantly in his face.
The Radiant now
That is mega creeps, though, now. DNZ hopping forward, drop down there. Then Simon's gonna be thrown out over onto Killomancer, and Noob just slices Atoufix into pieces. Cancel dies. And now Killomancer has to roll away. The GT gets called. They've had enough of this beating. And that is game number one. Going over to this side.
Radiant.
And that was wonderful. I don't want to say it was over in 5 minutes, but that was just slowly watching a team expand on its lead. Never took any big risks, never took any heavy losses.